exploring ways of facilitating their development process through the development, deployment, and exploitation of ICTs. We'll be talking about that ICT conversation much later on. For now, we are talking about women and the role that they play, highlighting the contributions and achievements of Ghanaian women in diverse fields, including business, health, education, technology, legal, advocacy issues, and many more, and what the role women play in our daily lives should be. They are blazing the trail in businesses, blazing the trail everywhere else. Women are at the forefront of many of the achievements that we see, and there is an event that's coming up that's seeking to honor women for doing just that. At the table today, I have Claudia Lumo-Kwarteng. She is the founder of the College Media and the globally recognized Glitz Africa brand. Claudia, thank you for partnering with us and also for partnering with Lifestyle TV, which is a key media partner in this Ghana Women of the Year honors, which is what you're doing.
Good morning.
How did you come by the idea to put this together?
Well, good morning to your viewers, and thanks for having me here. Ghana Women of the Year, this is the 8th year, and I think it came about when I started Glitz Africa 11 years ago. I'm somebody who champion women. I like to tell great stories, and I always say that I became stronger as a woman when I moved back home, and it's because of the access of women that I speak to, that I know them, and they impact what I do and my journey. And for that reason, I wanted to be able to tell great stories so that young women that I mentor, young women that come to me, that I speak to, they would know that we have our own Oprahs in Ghana. We have our own Michelle Obamas. We have our own Maya Angelos. So that's what inspired me, and that's the reason why I set up the Ghana Women of the Year honors. They are the untold stories. These are not stories that are on social media. These are women that are impacting our country and making real impact. And that's the story I am passionate about, and I want Ghanaians in the world to know about.
How do you come about selecting the women who are a part of this honor?
Yeah, so we do, we set up a nomination campaign, and people nominate who the Woman of the Year is, whether it's in education, in health, engineering, different industries. And then we have an amazing, reputable board set up. So they go through all of that, and then they decide. Most of the time it takes them 2-3 days, but then they do decide, because sometimes we get lots of nomination come through, and it's about the story, and it's about the journey and the impact, and that's what they go for, and they're able to give us the women who will be honored every year.
It looks like there's a mix of things in there: business, health, education, technology, and you've broken them down into categories.
Yes.
So what informs the decision? What should the winner have to stand out in
it's the story
pool?
really in the industry. So for instance, if your nomination came in as Woman of the Year in health, we want to know the work that you've done, your journey within the health industry, and the impact that you've made in the industry. And it's basically it's the story, because as I said, as a founder, for me and our board and our team, they clearly understand the vision for me, because it's not the popular story, it is the impactful, inspirational stories that I want to tell. So they understand the vision clearly, and they go to the table with that in mind, and making sure that I want people that watch this, all of us, when we watch it, both men and women and young, to be proud of these women that have built an amazing journey in our country and the impact they're making. So if that's what their story and their journey is giving us, then that's what we pick.
What do you remember as perhaps the most striking story on this 8-year journey for you?
Oh my God, so many of them. I mean, through this journey, I have seen, Ghanaian women that are doing surgeries, that I didn't even know we do them in Ghana. I've seen different things. I mean, in health and education, amazing corporate women and what they're doing. It's just every year through the process, I mean, I always share it here. And then I've had people, even men in the room, that says that they will never leave the room the same way they came in. And yeah, I mean, we've done this for 8 years, and it's just amazing to hear and to see all the stories that come out on the
But
night.
I'm interested in hearing what some of the stories are. You're looking for change makers. You're looking for people who have done things, who have, you know, we say the glass ceiling, went through that and probably aiming for the skies now. And that's why I ask you, for you personally, is there a story that has really touched you?
To be honest with you, all of them are very close to, you know, most of them, you know, that I hear, for me, is just following their journey, where they started and where they are. That's really inspiring for me as a woman. It's their drive, it's their energy, it's the boldness and believing that, you know, they could do it and they did it. I think that's for everything. That's what really drives me and that's what really inspires me.
What's your story, Claudia?
Oh, have you got time?
A few minutes.
Well, my story, okay. Well, obviously, I'm a mother of 3. I started Glitz Africa 11 years ago. My story is, just to keep it simple, I'm just a woman who loves to inspire people. I'm just a woman who loves to see a change in narrative. I'm just a woman who understands my purpose and my vision, and I want to be able to use our platform to showcase the beautiful things we have in our country, and that's the reason why we have Glitz Africa.
And Glitz has come a long way, hasn't it?
Yes, we have.
For some who thought it started off as a fashion thing and as a lifestyle magazine, awards like this and some of the ventures that you're engaged in have shown that you've branched out into a lot of other areas as well. How do you keep the focus, and has the focus changed at all?
Not at all, it hasn't, because even if you look at our magazine, it's 70% women content. So going from the magazine and fashion, because, you know, when I started the magazine, I did realize that I couldn't bring clothes from London to do the shoot. So I needed to work with local designers. And at the time, 11 years ago, we didn't have the fashion industry we have now. Glitz Africa really championed this whole fashion industry, and it was hard working with designers. And that's really what encouraged me to set up the Fashion Week platforms, because I believe in helping them to grow, to, you know, to be better, and to provide them platforms that allow them to do that and to showcase them to the rest of the world. And by doing that, I'm also a mother. So I guess with my journey, and I'm also a UN ambassador. So I think with my journey and with all the work that I was doing, I naturally, you know, became inspired by the stories and the women that we were telling their story in the magazine. And that's what pushed me to set up the Women of the Year honors. So it's really been that journey. You know, I didn't set up thinking that, oh, I'm going to even have an awards platform, but it's just when you're working and you're, you know, you're really into the work that you're doing, and when you're seeing the impact of it, it just leads you to other things. And that's what led to the Fashion Week, and the Fashion Week now led to Women of the Year. And now we're doing the Female CEOs Breakfast, because, you know, I love to bring connecting these women, powerful women, together, because I am a woman that I don't believe in women being their own enemies. I genuinely believe that if there are enough teeth for all of us, and we can all be queens. And for that reason, that's what my journey is, and that's what I love doing.
It's not always an easy journey, is it? It certainly hasn't been an easy journey for you.
Not at all.
For today's woman to break that ceiling, what obstacles have they had to scale over? Which walls have they had to break down?
Well, I mean, like, if you were at our breakfast conversation that we had, this was like the key thing that we're talking about. You know, we, if you look at, you see female CEOs and you think that they haven't been through a lot, but if you know, it was so raw and so authentic, the conversation we're having in the room, that you have 150 top female CEOs in Ghana, and to think that we all go through the same, you know, struggles, you know, feeling that you're the only woman in the boardroom just to make a number, or maybe we just added you to you know, just to say to the box. To tick the box. And we've all been through that. We've all been through where you walk into like meeting and they're like, oh, who's the CEO? Like, I am the CEO. You know, so we've all had that, you know, challenges as women. But I would say that I am proud as a woman to be in Ghana. I think it's a beautiful time to be a woman in Ghana. I've seen the journey 11 years ago. It wasn't like this. And we have such amazing stories and examples to look up to now. I mean, for the first time, we have female, chief of staff is a woman, attorney generals, chief justices who are women. Well, you're here. I mean, we have amazing women who are on television. So I really think that now the young women, when I talk to them, what is their excuse now? So we are all on a journey. We are all, fighting and changing the narrative of women in the country, and I think it's a great time.
Are we at a point where we can shy away from the representation conversation? Have we come far enough to say that we are here because we've earned it and not for inclusivity or not for gender appropriate reasons?
I think it's both, to be honest with you. I mean, we're here because we've earned it, and that's what I hope, that when women get to the table, we make them see that we're here because we deserve the seat. It's not because we're here to make numbers. So I believe that we've gotten to that stage that we are representing ourselves well. We are claiming the seat. We're going for the seat, and when we get there, we're making them know we deserve to be on that seat. And it's that power and it's that energy that really inspires me for what we do and keep pushing. For other young women to see it and be inspired by it. And we're not just pretty faces, but we're here. We're very smart women. We are, eloquent. We know where we're going. So I think it's a bit of both, but we still have to push more. We still have to, all this year, all our conversation has been about equity. We're not asking for equality. For me, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. You can't be pregnant. There are things that you can't do. And there are things that will probably make me not be able to get to the office at 6 a.m. because maybe, you just get up and you leave. But in all, we want to let them know.
And it takes us an hour to draw one eyebrow. So, yeah.
Well, but I mean, that's what we want. We want people, globally, that's a conversation we want people to have, that we're not just making numbers, but we're here and we're claiming the seat. We're doing very powerful things, just as the women. When it comes to intellect, you can't say because somebody is a woman or maybe somebody is younger. That's a conversation that I'm interested in.
So to be at the table because you have what it takes to be 100%. At the table, not because you happen to be born a certain way and so you feel it gives you access. 100%. That's a brilliant thought. So as you go into this program, this event, what are you hoping to achieve? Because the women would be from so many different places, and undoubtedly every single one of them would deserve it. So what would put one person ahead of the other? What are you looking for in the final list of winners for the evening?
So the women, Ghana Women of the Year is not competitive. It's an honors. So the women that are on the night, or we're celebrating, these are women that have been honored on the night. So they already know they're being honored. It's not competitive. Okay. Yeah. So they've been selected and they're being honored for what they do.
What they have done.
Yeah. So we have 13 women that will be honored on the night. So we have from governance to education to health to creative arts to media, and all of these women, we built amazing stories about their life, about their journey, and they all will be celebrated or be honored on the night of July at Labadi Beach Hotel.
Which night is it? July
9th.
July
Sunday,
9th.
Yeah.
Sunday, Labadi Beach Hotel.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sure that you want to acknowledge your partners, but yes, Lifestyle TV, a key partner. So let me just put that out there.
Yeah, no, I really want to thank you. Thank you, GTV, for being a partner to this. You are our nation's television, and to recognize that these are women in Ghana that has done, we're proud of them, to have a channel like you, to believe in that vision and to open your doors to celebrate them is amazing. And I'd like to thank you all for that. We also would love to thank Access Bank W. They've always been part of us, because they believe in celebrating our women and using, telling their stories to inspire other women. We do have Gino. We have UNFPA, which I'm their Goodwill Ambassador as well. And we'd like to thank all our media partners and Ghana, really, to believe in these women. For me, what I want to see on the night is great story. And I want, even if one person leaves that room and based on the journey, on the things they've seen, go out and use that to make any change in their life. That would be, for me as a founder, that would be, my job well done.
So that's July 9,
yes.
Labadi Beach Hotel.
Yes.
What time is it?
7 p.m. please.
7 p.m.
Yeah.
Who are the speakers? I expect that all 13 women will be there,
Yes.
and their support teams will also be in attendance. Are you expecting any special guests, any event we should look forward to?
Yeah, we do have a good selection of women. We do try to have a good selection of other female inspirational women to be in the room as well. Our core, our tagline is "Women Inspiring Women." So we always make sure that a good number of other women, inspiring women, there in the room as well. So it's a sisterhood really on the night for us all to be happy that these women have gotten to where they are, and as a country, we want them to know we are proud of them, and we want them to keep doing it, keep shining the country's, the Black Star. So that's what we want to see on the night. It's just a beautiful, beautiful evening, great energy, women celebrating each other, and not challenging each other, but really genuinely happy to see other women doing very well.
Good luck with that.
Thank
and
you,
we wish you
dear.
a pleasant celebration.
Thank you.
And congratulations to all the 13 amazing women who will be honored at this year's Ghana Women of the Year Honors Ceremony, taking place on July 9 at Labadi Beach Hotel at 7 p.m. Women from governance, education, health, the creative arts, media, engineering, every part of society. There are women who are playing critical roles. There are women who are shining, who are showing the world that yes, women can do it because we can, not because we are women to tick a box. And Claudia and her team are making that possible in partnership with Lifestyle TV and all the partners that she's mentioned. Claudia is the founder of the College Media and also a key figure at the globally recognized